All right, what's your name?
Laura Chrysler.
Laura.
Go. Laura,
How old are you?
31.
Where are you from originally?
I grew up in Texas, right outside of Houston in Pasadena. And when I was 12, I moved to Idaho. I lived in Idaho up until about 5 years ago.
And what brings you all the way out here?
To be honest, I came out here to pick up and people I thought were my friends obviously weren't, because they left me high and dry and took off with everything. So never ever in my life had I been homeless, and I found myself homeless, like the hardest thing is, like, especially coming from Idaho is just a whole different culture. Like, turn your clocks back 30 years ago and that's where Idaho is at, like, people still leave their doors unlocked. People, if they see somebody pulled off the side of the road, they're gonna stop. 5 people are gonna stop and help you. So I was just super naive when it came to being on the street. Like, I'd never been in this aspect or this side of it. I always had a job. I always had, I guess what people call a functioning addict to a certain degree. But the hardest thing is just, like, getting out of it, like, because when you do get clean, you have to, now you're gonna start with no friends, nowhere to go, like, and the people that you're around 24/7 are usually getting, so you have to stop that. And then you have so much time on your hands. Even if you do get a job, you still have a lot of time on your hands, and it's a matter of, like, filling that time with something, and, like, that's obviously productive, or that's positive. Like, at least that's how I found. I think if people had more activities to do, whether it's like hiking or swimming or go hunting or fishing or something like that, it'd be a lot easier for people to stay clean. Like, just like if okay, so say you're waiting for your dealer to get there, right? And they're coming, like, you start, like, getting all, like, sick before they get there, like, and it like, yeah, the anticipation of it makes it that much worse. But if you're enjoying the company you're with, or, like, the conversation you're having, it makes it go by like that, like, and you'll go hours on end without even realizing it. So I think if there was, like, some type of activities for people to do, it'd make things and it more beneficial and actual long-term people staying clean.
So you've been homeless since you came out here?
Well, like, on and off, like, I've stayed with people for sure, but pretty much what that ended up is, guys, even if you tell them, like, I'm not looking for anything, I don't want a relationship, I don't want a one-night stand, they don't get it in their head, and that's, at the end of the day, that's all they want. So, like, no matter if they say, oh, I'm just trying to help you, I don't want anything, this or that, like, every time I've believed that and accepted the offer of staying in their house, like, that's what it turns into, and it always ends up in a worse situation than I was to begin with. So, and plus I'm very stubborn, so, like, I'm like, at this point I'll just do it by myself. Like, it might take me longer, it might be a lot harder, but I'd just rather do it by myself.
Have you looked into any shelters, any programs out here?
I had at one point, until like, I realized, like, because several different people had pointed, even cops, have pointed me towards Cass, and, like, I just realized I was, like, all bad, and a lot of scary shit happens there. So I don't.
About that.
Yeah, definitely. So I don't know. I just feel like I'm better off, like, roughing it, Which.
So where's all your family? Sorry to cut you off.
No, you're okay. In Idaho.
Okay. Do they know what you're going through?
Well, they know I'm homeless, and they know I got stuck out here. The thing about it, like, I haven't talked to him in a while, and purely out of selfishness is all I can say about that, because, like, I know that the only thing my mom wants to hear is that I'm okay,
Yeah.
And even though, like, I know that, like, unfortunately, like, for other people, they don't have that unconditional love with their parents, but, like, I know no matter what I did, like, nothing would stop that love with her, you know?
Yeah.
If I say it's selfishness, because, like, I just don't want to call her until, like, I've at least gotten a place or something, like, I've done something productive with my life, you know?
Is it just your mom or?
My mom and my brother and my uncle, my stepdad. But my brother moved to Missouri, so.
When was the last time you spoke to your mom?
Probably like 3 years ago, 3 or 4 years ago.
So she doesn't even know about you right now? Like where you're at or anything like that? Do you still have her phone number?
No, but I know I can get a hold of her on Facebook, you know?
Yeah.
I just haven't.
Are you an only child or do you have siblings?
No, I'm not an only child. I have me and my brother, and then my dad's first marriage, he had 4 kids, so I have 4 stepbrothers and sisters, but they live in Mississippi, and I'm not sure. I haven't seen them since I was like 12, so.
How was your childhood growing up?
Good, actually. Like, my mom was the leader of the girls' youth group. My dad was the leader of the guys' youth group. Like, any day out of the week you could go to church, we went to church, you know? And my mom always made sure, even though, like, she worked a lot, like, because in Texas, if you don't pay child support, you get thrown in jail. So, like, my dad had 4 kids from his previous marriage, so there was a lot of a lot of payments that he was behind on or whatever, you know. So for quite a while, they were both. Well, my dad was a bricklayer foreman, and then my mom worked for the airlines, for Continental Airlines. She worked there since she was like 20. So they had good jobs, but it's a lot to pay for 4 kids plus your kids at the current, you know. So she worked a lot, but she always made sure that we knew we were loved and we were taken care of, and like had at least minimal what we needed, but for the most part what we wanted, you know. But also, like, we would, like, she'd always take us to go, like, volunteer at, like, soup kitchens, or, like, volunteer, like, during Christmas when they have this, you can pick a star off the tree at the grocery stores or whatever. Well, we would go to the warehouse, and like, we got to choose the presents for the kids, because they don't give whatever presents you buy to that kid, or else it wouldn't be fair, you know. So what they do is they put them all in one warehouse, and then they give, like, each kid, like, okay, 2 small presents and then 1 big present, and then whatever size clothes they need or whatever, at least an outfit or 2, you know. So that was pretty cool, like, being able to, like, pick out the kids' presents for them and stuff, you know.
All right. Well, thank you for sharing your story. I really do appreciate it. Are you okay if I post it up on my YouTube channel?
Yeah.
And just in case anybody wants to reach out to you with any sort of help or donations, do you have any contact information that you want to share?
Yeah, I have a phone. I don't know the number, but I can grab it from in there.
If you want to do an email, that's even better.
Yeah. I don't know what it is right now, but I can grab it.
All right, I can link it.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure what it is.
All right.